Hi everyone, this is another 2-minute talking points tip, and today we'll be going over our brand new district polling feature. In your district account, when you log in, you should be able to navigate to the polls section pretty quickly by clicking where it says polls. Pretty easy, right? To create a poll, all you'll have to do is click on Create Poll in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. To create a poll, first you'll need to select your recipients. You have a few different options when it comes to selecting your recipients, so make sure that you know who your message is supposed to go to. Of course, this demo account that I'm using has far fewer students than your district probably does, but this all option will likely be your best friend. If a poll that you're sending is meant to go to all families across the district, that is what you'll select. But you can also send polls to individual or multiple schools at a time, to individual or multiple classes at a time, or to individual and multiple students at a time. But again, it's likely that you'll be using this all option more often than not. Once you've selected your recipients, you can go ahead and type in your question. The question can be in, any format that you want to. We do recommend keeping the questions as simple as possible so that your answer choices, which are a one select multiple choice, can also be as simple as possible. But you can also send multiple questions. So if you wanted to send multiple questions, you could create multiple polls back to back, like a pseudo survey. For this video, I am going to ask about technology access since this is being filmed during the COVID pandemic, and I know that on many of your minds is if your students have access to internet at home. So my question is going to be, do you have a device at home that can connect to the internet? And you don't have to worry about typing in respond 1 for yes, respond 2 for no, because we'll do that all for you. Once you're set with your question, you can start with your answer options. And as mentioned above, the way that it'll arrive to families is in their home language next to a particular number. So for poll option 1, you can say yes. This will be anyone who responds yes will say that they do have a device at home that they can use to connect to the internet. And you can also set an auto reply. So that'll save you a ton of time, and that any family who responds yes will automatically get a message saying, great, we're happy to hear that. For option 2, you can say sometimes, for any families that sometimes have a device at home, but not reliably. And you can type your auto reply as saying, could you give your school more information? Cannot spell today. On when you have access to this device. Option 3 will be no, I do not have an access to a device with internet at home. And you can respond and say your school will be in contact soon about getting you a device. And you may be wondering, okay, well, how will they know who to get it to? And I will go over that very shortly in our reporting. And when sending your poll, there's a couple of options. You can either go ahead and click Save, which will send it immediately, or you can click Schedule, which will allow you to pre-schedule the poll to go out at a future date or time. We highly recommend scheduling out your messages. That way you're sure that they'll go to all of your families, or potential tens of thousands of them, at the exact time that you want them to go. So we definitely recommend to take advantage of this feature. Now, once you've sent your poll and families have started responding, you're going to have a really detailed breakdown that Talking Points provides to you with not only the percentages that you see here, but if you click on View Response Breakdown in your polls dashboard, you'll be able to see exactly which families responded to which option. So you know that Jim's family can always watch Amazon Prime YouTube on devices at home, whereas Greer's family can only watch them sometimes. James's family can never watch them, and Aubrey's family has not responded. And so for all of these poll options, you can download a spreadsheet, which will again tell you which families responded with which option, and you can take the appropriate action like distributing devices or hotspots that they may need. And that's really it. It's super simple to send polls and really ensure that you have all the information from your families necessary to make this year a success. And I do apologize. I know that I said this video would be 2 minutes, but it ended up being more like 5. But regardless, I hope that this provided you some great information and this made you excited about all the possibilities and all the questions that you're just waiting to ask your families.